I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Myles.
I'm Kara.
And we are The Inner Idiot.
This podcast contains graphic language, violence, and other things that you probably should not let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
You hear the music, you know what time it is. Put your ugly kids to bed. Set the deuce loose and do so fearlessly. And side note, fuck you, Bobby. It's your fault. I am your host, the big, the bald, the beautiful, the brash, the bumbling, and the oftentimes bastardly MC Tyler Havlin. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, The Inner Idiot, and Twitter at Idiot Inner, because, you know, it's backwards, and I still ain't fixed that shit. I probably never will. At this point, it's like a term of endearment for me to just fuck shit up. Oh, God.
He's so upset.
Today is such a horrible day. All right, anyways, like I said, it's Valentine's Day in the studio, but you won't hear this till Thursday, so by then, you know, you may find me under a rock somewhere.
Oh, my God.
Let me go ahead and introduce my cohorts here. We got he's a Jedi in the streets and a Sith in the sheets. I got it right that time. If you got a pap, he'll smear it. 2 claps and Ric Flair for Dr. Myles, Sean. Woo!
Surprised you didn't want like 2 claps and a boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. All right. Next up, we got the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic book. Here goes the shirt, ladies. He's been pecking kitty and touching titty since December 11th, 2020. Dumb. Lord Shorty Fresh in the flesh. 2 claps and Ric Flair for Shorty Hoffman. We can't
What
even
the fuck?
get the claps right.
You fucking
today.
hesitated. Me and Myles are just...
Do we go now?
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck.
What the hell? Jesus Christ.
I'm not with it today, man. It's a rough one today.
Ugh.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's gotta be what it is.
So today's top 5 is top 5 things you should not get a person for Valentine's Day, and I'm sure this is going to derail because we were talking about some stuff outside, but we'll get to it. But let's start out. What is Valentine's Day? Because I heard you say something about stoning somebody, and we're not talking about smoking weed. We're
Okay,
talking
so
about...
do you know, like, who Saint Valentine is?
No.
Okay, so he was just a Christian in France,
Okay.
right?
He's a French Christian.
Yeah, he was a saint, and he would often walk around and pass out sweets or flowers to children and stuff, and women or anybody who needs.
Did he have a white van?
Huh?
Did
This
he have
was
a
way
white
before white vans.
Did he have a white carriage?
No, he did not. At least not that is on record.
Free scripture.
But anyway, he would do this. He would do this all the time, and he would just pass out sweets. He would pass out flowers and whatever, and just show an overabundance of love to everyone. Well, then I forget exactly who came down on him. Like, I don't know if it was the
Came down or went down? It's Valentine's Day.
came
so,
down
okay.
on him, like fucking hardcore.
Okay.
Well, they basically told him to stop preaching his word and like the way he was doing things, and he refused. And he proclaimed his love for God and all this other shit or whatever. So he was stoned to death as a martyr, and basically as a symbol or whatever. Well, the church got a hold of his remains, buried him, and created a basically shrine or whatever for him in remembrance, and called him Saint Valentine. And in remembrance of him, on the day he was stoned, they would pass out sweets and flowers and things like that in remembrance of Saint Valentine. And so now we have the bastardized version that we do now, where we just celebrate, and it's not really bastardized. We still celebrate, loved ones and stuff like that, or our significant others, really. But it was meant for just showing love to everyone. And that's what it was.
So it went from showing love to everyone to showing love to the one you're porking or the one you want to pork.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So
Got it.
and really it was showing love to anybody who was in need, because he was just passing out like sweets to children and like anybody who was less fortunate. So that's why when people are like, "Oh, what are you doing for St. Valentine's?" Like, "Oh, well, I was going to go down to the local church, grab me a Christian, stone him to death." Whatever. Celebrate Valentine's Day the right way.
I ain't never heard of somebody calling it St. Valentine's Day.
Nobody calls it that, but it's what it is. It's St. Valentine's Day.
Gotcha.
So there's your history lesson on today's history.
Today, on this day. Did it happen on February 14th?
I don't know. Probably not.
Did the Valentine's Day Massacre happen on Valentine's Day, or was it just close to it?
I don't know what that is.
It was in Boston. It was like a bunch of mobsters and gangsters shot each other up and shit.
If I had to assume, the answer would be yes, because that's why it's called the Valentine's Day Massacre.
I feel like Al Capone was involved in that. I could be way off.
Beats me, dog.
I'm going to look it up. Probably during the break. But anyways, all right. Top 5 today. Myles, you start us off. Top 5 things you should not get somebody for Valentine's Day.
All right. So top 5 things, in my opinion, mind you, because other people might not agree, of what you should not get a significant other for Valentine's Day. Number 1, vacuum cleaner. It's bad news bears. Don't do it.
Can I just say that, and we discussed this, I feel like no matter what, so it's always somebody, and housework should be divvied up evenly, so don't take me wrong in any sense of the matter, people listening, but I feel like if somebody vacuums, they're the person that does the vacuum. If somebody does dishes, they're the person that does the dishes. Here's what I would say is acceptable. Maybe not a vacuum cleaner, but let's say I'm the one doing the vacuuming all the time. I don't want a goddamn vacuum cleaner, but if you buy me a fucking Roomba, I'm going to get a hard on. Like, that's one less job I have to do so often.
Specifically, a Roomba is okay.
Yeah, because that takes away the job. Not entirely, because you still got to vacuum and sweep on occasion, but Roombas are goddamn glorious and majestic.
I don't know. That's
Never had
splitting
Roomba.
hairs there, because someone still has to take care of the Roomba.
Dude, they're almost like you just set it and forget it. I mean, you got to clean that motherfucker out.
If you're not putting googly eyes on them and letting them run around the house, what are we doing?
You got a point there. But then it becomes more fun than a chore. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to watch a googly-eyed fucking robot just wander around the house?
Or you get 2 Roombas and put little knives and balloons on them and let them go at it.
Wasn't there a show about that?
I don't know.
The fucking fighting robots. You know what I'm talking about? The remote control robots where they would like fight each other.
It wasn't really Roombas, but yeah, I get what you're saying. This is awesome.
You just plug in 2 Roombas, strap a knife, 3 balloons.
Can we do this? Can we all buy our own Roomba and just like modify them and just have robot wars?
I'm here for it. We'll clean up the basement a little bit and we'll let them go to town.
Roomba Arena.
I like it.
All right.
I'm here for it.
Next, it's sort of in that same vein, but like pots and pans and cooking stuff for the kitchen. There's a time and a place to buy gifts like that.
Sure.
You lost everything in a fire, or it's your first time moving out on your own, and you need that.
That's
stuff.
a housewarming gift,
exactly,
or a wedding present.
Sure.
Oh, hey, we've been together for 15 years. Here's a new pot now. Make me some food. Like that's fucked up.
Right.
Next is gag gifts. Like, yeah, they can be funny. They can have their use or whatever, but
some of us are already sad on Valentine's Day. Don't make fun of it.
Exactly.
I'm going to make fun of it.
Like there's some things that are okay because it fits. But in the most part, I'm just like, you're supposed to like, oh, you're special to me. Here's a fucking book, how to screw in the dark, and you open it up, it's a flashlight and a screwdriver. Shit's stupid.
I'm here for that. That's a good idea.
After that is any kind of sexy gifts. I just like some, because there's so many, unless like people's sizes or stuff that they're specifically into, you could royally fuck up.
Yeah. See, when I was making my list, that's kind of where my head went, is like the size problem. Because if you buy it too small,
then it's uncomfortable.
Too
and
big.
They won't like it,
Yeah.
And or can damage their own self-image and self-esteem.
Sure.
Plus, like I said, if you fucking misinterpret something, you think, oh yeah, she's gonna love these chains and whips and shit. And she comes in, she's just horrified.
Yeah.
That's
Where's
bad.
my gimp suit?
Exactly.
Walk
That's
in the
weird.
house, she's fucking whipping the kid with the whip. It wasn't meant for that.
And then stuffed animals. It's really
Cliche.
not even cliche. It's just
Phoning it in.
yeah. You show up with a giant pink bear. Like, come on. If chocolates and flowers, that's like a staple.
Sure.
Makes sense. It fits. Oh, here's the fucking same stuffed animal 45,000 other people got. Like, have fun.
Right.
Yeah. That does it for my list.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I have 5. I didn't even bother writing it down because like two or three of them came just right to my head. First thing would be a gym membership.
Yep.
Do not give a gym membership because that just sends bad juju.
That transcends all gift-giving holidays.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless the person this is again not on Valentine's Day. That is big no on Valentine's Day.
Unless it's asked for.
Birthday or Christmas, if somebody is talking about like, man, I really want to be going to the gym, I just don't have, I don't have the money to do it, blah, blah, blah. Give them a 6-month coupon or whatever the fuck for pick a gym, who gives a shit. There you go. But that's like a birthday or Christmas thing when like they've been talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't come home to your significant other like, hey, baby, you ready to exchange gifts? She gives you whatever the fuck and you give her a gym membership or vice versa. Like, oh, okay.
Super fucked up. You get each other gym memberships.
No, you buy her said lingerie that's too small and a gym membership.
Just sounds like you want to be left.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying I would do it. I'm just saying if somebody did it, I'm here for it.
But see, lingerie was another one, and like clothes. Like I didn't even really think lingerie. I thought clothes, because if you have that really bad area where like unless you are like positive, 100% positive, her size or his size. His size, most men wouldn't give a shit. If it's a little big, all right, cool, I'll still wear it. If it's a little small, depending on what. But women, nah, dude. Nah, I know better. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even just women. It's just a lot of female clothes in general. Like shopping for my daughters, it's a nightmare.
Sure,
it's different sizes every store you're in.
What's small here is a medium here.
Exactly. And then, they have all kinds of, slim fit, athletic fit.
Sure.
This, that, and the other. I'm just like...
No, buying stuff for the ladies, I can't imagine is easy. Just like, I never bought clothes for my ex-girlfriend. It was always like, let's go. You want clothes? Dope. Here we go. Here's my card. Go to town. Like that's as easy as it gets. The next one on my list was fucking makeup. Like I think makeup is a bad idea. Just like, here you go, doll yourself up. Sounds like the wrong message being spread.
There's that, but then that kind of goes back to the clothes thing. There's such a broad spectrum of makeup and brands and colors and
I would also say that would like makeup specifically would take years of understanding like what your girl is into. You know what I'm saying? Because like
all these people dating for 3-4 months at a shot trying to figure it out. Like, I got this.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
No, you don't. Because if I remember anything of my ex-girlfriend, it was how specific she was on everything she bought. It was not like she couldn't go to fucking Walmart and buy anything. It was like she had to go to a specific store, get a specific brand, specific like tonal palette or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, I don't understand any of this shit.
I would say a good gift, though, is like a spa day.
Oh, that's a perfect gift.
Perfect day.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good.
100%.
All you got to do is drive yourself there. I'll even fucking take you and drop you off.
Oh, yeah, I'll
if
do
you
that.
want.
I don't give a shit. But that's it. That's all I had. That's all I could think of.
All right. Here we go. My top 5.
Oh,
Top
boy,
5
I'm
things
here for
you
it.
should not get somebody on Valentine's Day. Ladies, now there's a caveat to this one. Do not get your man socks. That is number 5. Socks has its time and place. All right, we plan our year around getting socks and goddamn underwear on Christmas. Don't fuck things up by getting it on fucking Valentine's Day, okay? We don't need that. We don't need you just fucking our year up like that, all right? Here's the caveat. If you have a single friend, it is acceptable to get them socks on Valentine's Day because essentially you're getting that for their significant other and that being their right or left hand, so when they're done jerking off, they got something to clean up with. All right, so socks.
People still use socks for that?
Occasionally.
That's weird.
Just saying, it's the go-to, right?
Just throwing this out there, I will never turn down socks and underwear from anybody at any time.
It's gotta be a Christmas thing.
No.
We plan our years around this.
You might.
Once you're
socks are expensive.
Underwear
is expensive.
Once your underwear and socks start looking like a spaghetti strainer, you know it's time, and that's usually about October and November.
What the fuck are you doing to your stuff?
I don't know, man. Your undies ain't never looked like a goddamn colander?
No.
Really?
Not once.
I must be doing something wrong.
I would say so.
That's me.
This fucking ass is eating his underwear alive. He thinks it's spaghetti.
All right.
Underwear delicious.
Number 4 is sex. You should not give sex as a gift. You should be doing it anyways.
Now, hold on. We were not specific about this. You said gift for men or women. I will gladly take sex for Valentine's Day. I am a happy camper when that is given to me.
But what if you're having sex regularly anyways? Like
it's still a good gift.
It's a great gift.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
If I had sex on the 13th and the 14th rolls around, she's like, "Hey, baby, you want to do it again?" I'm like, "Fuck yes, I do."
The only thing that can make it better is after she's done, she throws you your new socks.
Can I just give a quick fuck you to Zachariah Casey? Don't worry, that's on my goddamn list, okay? We will get there to Zach in the comments. All right, but yeah, I don't feel like sex is an acceptable gift. Like, I mean, it's like, all right, we were going to do this anyways. Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly plan on burying my face in vagina tonight. Like, it's going to happen. But, I mean, it happens fairly regularly anyways. So, anyways, all right,
Look at me in a happy relationship.
Number 3 is a ski trip with your friends. Okay, look.
Did you buy that for him for Valentine's?
No.
I'm just saying, some of us aren't built to ski. Do not get your significant other a ski trip unless you know damn well they're ready to ski, okay? We won't get into that one because that one's going to be another topic for another episode because I was told, hey, we got to talk about this on air.
Yeah.
So we'll get to it. But yes, a ski trip is on that list. Number 2, I am in a very close relationship with the Bengals. I always have been. Do not get me a fucking Super Bowl loss for Valentine's Day. All right, this is supposed to be a day of rejoice and happiness. Don't ever put the fucking Super Bowl this close to Valentine's Day again, okay, Goodell? All right, NFL, don't do it. You're just fucking up my whole goddamn day.
Golly, he's so
anger.
I know. All right, and the next one has personally been done for me in the past. Number 1. And this is kind of open-ended, but I'm going to be very specific when I say it. Well, I'll get into the open-endedness of it afterwards. So do not get your hair done for me on Valentine's Day. I don't give a fuck what kind of highlights or lowlights or fucking blowouts you got. It's your hair. It has nothing to do with me. Okay? So that being said, the open-endedness of it, don't get somebody else something that is really for you.
It's a perfect cover-up.
It's not a cover-up. It's like, no, you're just
mocking him because he's bald.
Oh, there's that too. All right. But that's number 1 on my list. So again, let me give a big shout-out, fuck you to Zachariah Casey. I love you anyways, my guy. But yeah.
So what is something that, because you were in a very significant, or you were in a long-term relationship. You've been in a few. Like, what are some gifts? Because I'm curious. Because every relationship I've ever been in, I've been very open about how I do not want to celebrate Valentine's Day, just because of the history of it. And I always do that sweet shit year round.
Right.
Because you guys have seen me actively try to be with someone.
Dude, I'd fucking be your girlfriend. I'm just saying.
I appreciate that, homie.
If me and my old lady don't work out, I might just go gay for you.
You calm down there, fella.
Okay.
You're not equipped.
I'm ready for it.
You're over equipped for what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the butt stuff.
No dice, home slice. But what are some gifts you guys have or would like to get or have gotten that you've actually really liked?
All right, so like I said, Spa Day is really good, but but I feel like you have to go above and beyond. If you get somebody a spa day, you need to schedule it for them.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take them to it, drop them off, pick them up when they're done. Because, and this is something I never thought about, and this is mainly where men fail. A lot of times we'll get gifts for a woman that they have to do work for. So, like, say I get my old lady a spa day, but I don't schedule it. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to do something that day since you are, but, I mean, good luck finding somebody to watch the kids while you go do it. No, I'm going to schedule it on a day where I know I can take care of everything else that she would be worried about during that time that she's taking away from home life.
I'm not sure if she's praising butt stuff or against it. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be fed tacos?
Right. All right. So Katie, you're praising butt stuff, right? And Meg, we know you love tacos. I love tacos. We all love tacos. But anyways,
I'm not giving your sister tacos. She might get pregnant.
This is true. All right. So anyways, but yeah, as men, we usually fail in this. We'll get a gift like a vacuum cleaner, like you said. We'll get them something that we feel is a present because they use a lot, when in all actuality, we should just be stepping our game up. But yeah, so like a spa day, but make sure you plan it for them.
Sure.
And they can work with you in the planning. You can ask them, hey, what day do you want to do it? Mm-hmm. I'll take care of everything else.
Yeah.
But shit like that, that's a good one. Don't do love coupons. That should have really been on the fucking list. Like, I'll do the dishes. Like, we should be doing goddamn dishes anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, with the caveat, my ex gave me a birthday gift one year, and it was shit that she didn't particularly care for to do or would make excuses not to do. And it was like fucking toothpicks or fucking popsicle sticks. And every fucking... I forgot about that.
You set them off.
So every now and again, she would say, go get one. And that was like my little gift, is I could go...
Like a little coupon ticket book type thing.
Basically. Like that was
Should've
something.
said that
and it was
instead.
all things that she didn't particularly care for. That if it was like my day or something like that, because we split up the weekend, Friday was my day, Saturday was her day, we could do whatever we wanted. And I'm indecisive and I'm too go with the fucking flow to give a shit. So typically Fridays turn into me pulling out one and looking at it and this is what we're doing, babe. Okay. And usually plans would change because I want her to enjoy what we're doing too and whatever. But that was, to me, that was a very sweet thing to do. And that was a birthday gift. But if she would have gotten me that on Valentine's Day, that would have been cool too.
Yeah. Another good gift to do is say I have a buddy, he's got an old lady, our old ladies are friends, for the fellas to come together and plan a weekend trip for the ladies, just the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go. You and so go out, have fun all weekend.
Sure.
Go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
What happens in Tennessee stays in Tennessee. Don't bring herpes home with you type thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. What do you think a good gift is?
I don't know. If it's like anything hobby related, I'm not going to be upset if I get, the quote unquote nerd shit.
Sure.
Oh, never that.
Put up on my shelf. I have a new collectible, whatever. But, most of the gifts I got were little small things, Oh, here's some of your favorite candy, or, here is a gift card to go get said nerd shit.
Sure. So
or new shirts, or,
The gift card is always the safest bet just to do or whatever. Like, I would get my ex, like, a fucking gift card to fucking, like, Ulta or whatever, the fucking makeup store. I'd give that to her because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you want. And like,
I think a gift card's good, but I think for Valentine's Day it's got to be.
It should be a little bit more personal. You're absolutely right, but like, again, I didn't celebrate Valentine's Day, so this is like shit I would give her. Fucking birthday, Christmas, fucking hey, I love you. Here's
gift
this.
cards are solid all year round.
Sure.
I would usually agree with that. I mean, even so, yeah.
Well, it's like I had this discussion with some of my siblings and other friends and stuff. It's hard to buy something specific. Like Shorty. If I wanted to buy Shorty a statue,
I love you, Megan,
I would have to take note of everything he had and be like, okay, he has this one, he has this one. Make sure he hasn't ordered any of them that unbeknownst.
Yeah, God knows what's in his shopping cart online.
Exactly. So it's easier to be like, here is a gift card to buy what you want to buy.
7 statues.
is what you have in your online cart.
4 of which are already paid for.
I know you got
Jesus.
Dark Side in there.
Darkseid's already here.
Dark Side's here?
He's downstairs.
Oh, that's right. He did come. So what's left in your cart?
What's left in my cart to be paid for?
Yeah.
Murder Machine, Red Death, and The Drowned have yet to be paid for. Brandon Lee's The Crow is coming. The Merciless should be on his way. Mira should be here soon. I think that's it. Off the top of my head, I think that's it. Oh, no. Cloud Strife. So, yeah.
Like Cloud.
Yes, that'll be a great one.
So,
I don't know. You guys got any other good gifts?
not off the top of my head, dude.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those hard holidays. Like, I wanted to do something this year, but I mean, unfortunately, like I couldn't this year. But like I had thoughts, and it just
Sometimes you don't even have to necessarily spend money for it.
Sure.
You know, if it was nicer outside, plan a picnic or something.
Mm-hmm.
Go for a walk in the park. You can be small stuff that makes a big impact too.
Well, it's like I would for my ex, I would cook her dinner and shit, like on whatever holiday or whatever was going on, or if like she called me on her fucking lunch break and say, fucking today was shitty or whatever, and she is notably a way better cook than I. So she knew that, and she would like, I'll do the fucking cooking, you stay out of the goddamn kitchen. So like I would sit down for hours and like plan this shit out. This is what I'm going to do. And just me making the attempt was good enough for her.
No.
And sometimes it was fully edible and it was good. Sometimes it was fully edible and good. And then I can remember one time specifically, she was like, "Can we just order a pizza?" You got it, honey.
Now, have you ever pulled the stunt? So I've done this before.
The naked man? Absolutely.
I don't know what the naked man is.
You just fucking take off your clothes and hope they fucking accept.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. You said stunt.
No. So you do the thing where you go out before they even get home. You buy a meal. Okay, you get home, you plate it all.
Fuck no.
Discard all the evidence that you actually paid for the meal and brought it home, but you plate it all and you present it to them like you made it. Have you ever done that one? Dirty up some pots and pans?
Fuck no.
I have.
What kind of fucking stupid romantic comedy you living in? Like, that's just a trash move.
It might be a trash move,
That's what
but
the
hey,
asshole character does.
I have never had a problem with being the asshole character. I don't care. I wear the crown.
That's a no dice, man. Not me.
I've done it before.
That's funny.
It's fucked up.
It worked out.
Yeah, but then what happens when she expects you to do that every time?
Guess he's gonna buy fucking Olive Garden to replay it every fucking time.
I only cook on special occasions. Speaking of that, like I made something from Olive Garden the other day. Turned out okay. I used a little too much grease. I made a creamy bacon pasta sauce.
Sure.
It was really good, but it was so heavy in the grease. It was like,
Here's how he made it.
Nope. I actually cooked everything separately. It's a really easy make.
Jake said, "Go Rams."
Fuck you, Jake. Jake Medosak in the comments. Let's give a quick shout out to him, even though he's trolling me. If you've never checked out the Bleach Brothers podcast, go check them out. They're awesome, good people. Jake, he's an awesome chef. Just figures he comes in when we were talking about making food, and I'm cheating on my meals and shit. But he did correct me because last night I was like, Bengals are gonna have veal tonight. Me thinking veal meant lamb.
You idiot.
Right?
Stupid.
It's a baby cow.
Yeah, it's a baby cow. So I was like, no, we're having lamb chops. And, well, we see how that worked out.
No,
you still fucked it up.
Yeah, you still fucked it up.
Me and Bobby fucked that one up. Bobby, I don't know you, but goddamn it, I hate you, sir.
That shit's so funny. So I'll tell everybody for the air and, Facebook and everybody, that way they know the story. So last night while the game was going on, I'm walking, every time I walked outside to smoke a cigarette, I'd come back in. I would purposely walk through the break room just so I could see the score and basically learn, like, how Tyler was doing. Like, so I'd see the score. Okay, Tyler's doing okay. And I'd go to work. And then I seen they had a decent lead, and then the Rams scored again or whatever. And I was like, oh, no.
I really thought we had it with 1:30 to go, ball in our hands. I thought we had it.
Yeah. And I didn't get to see that part, but there was like 2 or 3 minutes left on the fucking clock. And I walk out of the break room and I see Bobby looking through the break room door window. It's, fucking 4 inches wide, about a foot and a half tall. And he's standing there just, so Bobby, what the fuck are you doing, dude? He's like, I'm watching the game. I was like, then go inside the break room so you can hear what's going on too. And he was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, why? He was like, because if I go in there, I'll jinx him. I was like, dude, you're fucking dumb. So I start walk away, go do my job or whatever, and shortly after that, I start getting notifications. Hey, so-and-so went live. So-and-so went live. I click on my buddy J-Rod, and sure enough, he's like, don't hang your head low, boys. We did a fucking killer game. Blah, blah, blah. He's fucking hammered going nuts. So I was like, all right, so bummer, dude, they lost or whatever. And I let Tyler grieve. I didn't even message him, and I didn't want to bring it up for more sadness to ensue.
And it's funny because usually after every game, I get tagged, I get called, I get messages from everybody. Last night, I got tagged all throughout the game. That game ended. I only got a message from one motherfucker, and he is in our thread right now, and that was Jake Medosa.
He said go Rams last night?
Yep.
What a dick.
Hey, Jake's good people, though. I mean, it's all fun and games. He was cheering against me the whole fucking playoffs. So, I mean, we talk shit during the Raiders game. We talk shit publicly during the Titans game. Talk shit during the Chiefs game. It was only fitting that he got to rib me last night. But, I mean, with all that said, it was a great season.
Sure.
It really fucking was. We broke the curse. And it was nice to just be there. And I was telling Myles this before we started recording, if it would have been Rams and any other team in the Super Bowl besides us, I would have cheered for him. Because, I mean, Matthew Stafford, he spent how many years with the fucking Lions, and they're barely a football team. You know what I mean?
That's Detroit, right?
Yeah.
I knew something.
And Aaron Donald's a beast. I mean, he's who put the fucking game-closing play on us last night. It was sad. But, I mean, you couldn't hope for a better team to fucking win, really. I mean, it wasn't the Chiefs. It wasn't the Patriots. You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of people last night were saying. They were just glad it wasn't the fucking Patriots.
Right.
I think, because did Patriots win last year?
No. Last year it was the Bucks.
Sure.
Buccaneers. And that was another team. It's kind of cool you don't get to see him. But, I mean, it would have been neat to see Tom Brady win one last one on the year he retired. I mean, but, I mean, he's had a great career. Anyways, 22 years at that high level. Dude, I haven't done anything for 22 years except for fucking breathe, and I feel like I can barely do that.
For the last 30 years, with high levels of depression, I ain't getting no fucking ring. I ain't getting no award for running high level anxiety and shit. Bullshit. He throws a fucking dead animal around. Oh my god.
Yeah, we do that. The cops get called.
Exactly. It's bullshit.
I feel like I need to get you a super depressed ring now, a Super Bowl of depression ring.
Yeah, but see, in the vein of me having to be super depressed, you're probably going to forget about it.
Or I'll buy it too small. What are you saying, man? I got fat fingers.
Yeah, he's just going to make it worse.
Yeah, something's going to stay.
Well, if I get it too big, I'll be like, oh, man, look at all this weight you lost. I bought this for you a long time ago, and you worked yourself right out of it.
He's been the same size the entire time that I've known him.
No, he was bigger when I first met him. He was.
Maybe it's just the baggy clothes.
I feel like you were probably, 40, 50 pounds bigger when I first met you. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be the baggy clothes.
Yeah, I was pushing close to 3 bills when when I first met you guys.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well,
I must have not started hugging you then.
No, that didn't happen for a while.
Huh.
We
Weird.
build up to that.
I gotcha. That's weird.
So you haven't known him much longer than I've known him? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
I've only known Myles for 4 years, maybe?
Oh, no, you've known him way longer than me. Because I've only known him for a year and a half. 2 years.
No.
Yeah.
That's right. Med school did me in.
Yeah. Med school really did him in. All those fucking midnight burning the candles at both ends. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with some heartbreaking stuff since we're all heartbroken today. Love you, bye, Facebook. Love you, bye.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here too.
So all you got to do is sign up at spotifyforpodcasters.com or get the app and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And we're back into, today's overarching theme. And the overarching theme of some of our lives is just heartbreak and disappointment, because today the Bengals really let me down yesterday. I have to say, they made it. They made it there. So
Yeah, then quit being so fucking sad.
I
Be
know.
happy.
Yeah, it's been 33 years since they've been in the Super Bowl. Granted, correct me if I'm wrong, they've never won one, right?
No, they've never won one.
Okay. So, but in 33 years, we got to see them go again, go.
Yeah.
And that's a monumentous occasion. Because out of however many fucking teams there are, only 2 got to go.
32.
32? Whatever. So.
I know, it's still hard. And I find myself wondering, all right, would I have just rather them not make it to the Super Bowl? Because this is really hard to swallow.
I mean, that's a fair assumption. It's just, one of those things you get so close and then you don't get what you kind of want or want to see happen. Then you're like, why'd you even bother to do it?
Right? But I don't know. I mean, overall, dude, I haven't got to watch meaningful football in February and January my entire adult life. Since I've started,
I've never watched meaningful football my adult life.
Since I've
childhood either.
started enjoying football, the age of 6 or 7, I've not got to watch meaningful football in the playoffs.
Sure.
So, all right. What are some moments of heartbreak y'all have had? Myles, I know you had a moment of heartbreak last night.
Oh, boy. So, as a lot of people know, and they've heard us talk about it, more specifically you talk about it on the Twitch stream, we've all kind of started dabbling in the Final Fantasy 14.
Yep.
So
good.
It's a very enjoyable game. I'm having a blast.
Okay, guys, we get it. You're trying to sell me on it. Go. Go with the sad boy.
Play the game, Shorty.
Go with the sad boy.
So, got through the first expansion. I'm doing some of the side stuff, trying to get into the second expansion.
Sure.
Most games have a secondary currency, helps you get higher level gear and stuff. So I'm going through, I'm getting all of it, I'm finishing up the gear set. I go to buy the weapon, complete the set. I buy it, I'm so excited. I'm like, I did it. I got the whole weapon set. I'm ready. Go to equip it. It changes my job on there. What's going on? So I keep flipping back and forth. Got the wrong goddamn weapon. And I was mad as fuck.
What the fuck?
And the thing about Final Fantasy 14 is your weapon decides your class, your job,
Right.
and all that. So if you equip a weapon that goes to a different class, it takes off all your armor, every bit of it. So he equips his weapon, and all of a sudden his character is naked,
Sure.
nothing but his drillies on, and holding a book.
I was so mad.
So would you have to buy another book?
Yeah, I'll have to go through and
Redo the whole fucking thing?
I'll just have to rerun a couple dungeon runs or whatever
Sure.
to get the extra currency to
Gotcha.
then buy the correct weapon. But I had worked on it so hard. I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna have full set. Yeah, fuck you, Myles.
That sucks.
So that was a little upsetting
That's funny.
in a fun way.
Yeah. That's all right. That's not that bad.
In a fun way. You know what? This makes me think of another heartbreaking moment I've had recently.
Okay.
When I met Austin St. John.
Oh my God in heaven. We're still on about this.
Yes, he ruined my childhood, man.
You didn't even speak to him.
Did he even know how to speak? You saw that motherfucker's
Yes,
face.
he knew how to speak.
His fucking mouth looked like a goddamn butthole. It was puckered up so tight.
How do you have this vivid memory of this man?
How do you not?
I don't think you do. I think you're just fucking making things because
Weren't you a Power Rangers fan?
I mean, yeah, but
I like Beetleborgs.
dude, I'm here for some Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs was cool, but I mean, dude, we always play. So when I was young, all of us in the neighborhood, we'd get together, we'd play Power Rangers, right?
Sure.
Use our goddamn imagination. I was always Jason. Nobody fought me on it. Nobody argued. I was the goddamn Red Ranger. Nobody fucked with it.
Sure.
Okay? He was my fucking idol. And then I meet the man, and he looks like a
You
cat.
didn't even meet him. You saw him from 50 fucking feet away.
We were closer than that, and he looked like cat pissed in his mouth, like perma piss. Like, wasn't even like a cat pissed in his mouth one time. It was perma piss. He wakes up, drinks cat piss in the morning just to put a god awful fucking scowl on his face and ruin people's fucking childhood that looked up to him.
I see why they didn't fight him on being the Red Ranger.
Yeah, no shit.
Asshole.
What a dick.
Right? And now I'm even more mad that they made him the goddamn White Ranger at some point. Like, fuck, why'd you do that? He's an asshole. He's a jerk face.
You don't know that. You didn't speak to him.
Look, I got somebody setting up the match now. Guy did a guest spot for Delvin Cox. Shout out Delvin Cox. He's buddies with Austin St. John. I told him, I was like, set it up, man.
You better be nice to this poor fella. Like, he did a lot for you as a kid, and you're sitting here willing to ream him and fucking drag his name through the fucking dirt. You piece of shit. This poor fella. You don't know what his life has been like after the Rangers. This motherfucker got kicked off the fucking Power Rangers and might have had been homeless and shit. You don't give a fuck.
Dude,
this poor motherfucker.
He gets to travel the country and hang out with nerds all the fucking time at cons. Like, tell me that's not the tits right there.
I mean, I'm here for it, but like, it might be a bummer, dude, for some people. I'm not sure.
I would take it.
Yeah, well,
I'll gladly go sign my name for $5
I
here
think
and there.
you're giving this guy too hard of a time. That's just me.
I don't know. I mean, if he wants to come on the show and talk about it, maybe we can work through our fucking issues.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. This poor fella.
If he wants to get in a ring, we can work through our issues that way too.
I hope he fucking Power Rangers Judy chops you right in the
Well, no,
fucking
that's going
neck.
to be the best part. He's going to be swinging and doing all these acrobatics, wondering why Tyler's not taking any hits.
Yeah, I mean,
why aren't you busting into sparks?
I mean, granted, I am built like a putty right now. I mean,
You're not small and gray.
yeah, but I'm
What
very
was the
malleable.
fucking from the movie? Who was that guy? The purple dude?
Zed?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
It was the second one that he was in. But like, yeah, if we could set this up, I'll get on a regimen right now. I'll start training again.
You're fucking goofy.
We can do it in a cage, in a ring.
You hear this, Jesse? You need to start training Ty.
No, the best part is you have to train like he trains. That way you're both just sitting there doing flips and shit, not really hitting
We're
each
both
other.
just looking at each other with a scowl.
And there's somebody there with a fucking sparkler, like randomly placing it in front of you. I'm here for that.
Fuck. If you could be a Power Ranger, what color Ranger would you want to be, Miles?
Blue.
Blue Ranger? What about you?
Black Ranger.
Oh, you took. I guess that leaves me being the pink because I will never be the Red Ranger again. I'll be the Green Ranger. He was cool. Look, David Frank. Fuck him and
David Frank's a shit, dude. He's a fucking badass. I met him too.
And him and Austin St. John had beef for years. I mean,
they really?
Yeah, and David Frank, he's got that fucking clothing line. Jesus didn't tap, but Jesus should have tapped. I mean, you saw what happened to that motherfucker. He should have tapped.
Golly.
Just saying.
He couldn't tap. He was nailed to a cross.
Yeah, right.
I'm so glad my parents don't listen to this.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Good Lord. So yeah, David Frank, you're my homie now, dude. I never liked Tommy because he was Jason's main rival, and now it's like, no, fuck you, Austin St. John. Team David Frank.
Yeah, dude. He's a badass, man.
Plus Legend of the White Dragon. Looks so good.
It does look good. I'm excited for it.
It's a live action Power Ranger movie, but it's more adult, more dark, more gritty. David Frank did it like.
Yeah, he's like streamlining it. Like it's his like passion project. It's pretty neat looking.
Nice.
I'll pull it up after the show, like the Instagram page, let you see it. Yeah. What about you? What's some moments of light heartbreak for you?
Light heartbreak.
Yeah, I have to specify light heartbreak.
Yeah. I appreciate that. The one I could think of is like I have waited probably about 8 years to see the Final Fantasy live orchestra, and they have canceled it on me twice now. Both times they announced they were going to do it in Cincinnati. One was like right at the beginning of COVID, and I had pre-bought my tickets, had everything set up, ready to go, and COVID hit, and it was scheduled in May. Everything fucking went to shit in February and March, and fucking boom, my concert got canceled. I was like, motherfucker. 8 years I've been waiting to see this shit. And then...
Those orchestra concerts are fucking
dude,
nice.
they're so good. I love seeing orchestras.
Bum ba bum 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 ba dum.
Dude, I wanted to hear it so bad. Just to fucking hear Sephiroth played with a fucking choir in the background. Bro, get me fucking hyped.
So I got to see it once, but it wasn't just for Final Fantasy. It was for all video games.
Oh, you got to see the fucking, what is it called? Shit. I know what you're talking about. I want to see them too.
You know you could get your fix for this by playing Final Fantasy 14. It's got all the great hits on it.
I can get my fix by listening to the soundtrack that I own.
Yeah, well, I tried again.
However, I also own, like, this isn't Heartbreak because I actually got to go see it finally, but it took me like 5 or 6 years to get to do it. But like seeing the Legend of Zelda Orchestra, I got to see that live, and I'll never forget, like, we were talking about it right after I bought the tickets. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we were driving around or whatever, and it came up on my Spotify, and I told her I will cry real tears as soon as the Overworld song from Ocarina of Time starts playing. She goes like, "No, you won't." I was like, "I'm dead serious. You have no idea what these games have done for me as a child, as an adult. These games have probably saved my life." And sure enough, we're sitting in the fucking the theater hall listening, and they just open right up to it. They open up with Castor Sales from Wind Waker, which was a really good opening song choice. But then they immediately gravitated into the overture for the Overworld for Hyrule Field. And dude, I shit you not, she turns and looks at me, and I have a solid stream of tears over top of a smile just coming over. Just hearing the music. Like, have you ever been to an orchestra, Tyler?
No.
You should.
I think I have. I think I went to strings once when I was younger, but it was before I could appreciate it.
Sure. But if there's like Final Fantasy, would probably be a good one for you, especially now that you're playing 14 and they have all that good music in there. But seeing the New World Orchestra, which is what the Final Fantasy one specifically is called, but seeing that one, like, it would give you a greater appreciation for the music of the video games and stuff like that. Because like watching Legend of Zelda play gave me a whole new appreciation for the music, and I still listen to it consistently. And it's one of my favorite things. But not being able to see the Final Fantasy one is a very bad heartbreak, because I'm going on almost 10 years of trying to see this, like, one orchestra.
I didn't know they even did that.
They've been doing it since I was 19. They've been doing it.
The music for it's so iconic, too.
Oh, I know.
The level up music, like, you know that music if you hear it. If you've played the game, you know the fucking music.
Yeah, the battle fanfare, like when you win a fight, like, you know that, music right off the fucking rip. Whenever you find, this wasn't introduced until 7, but whenever you found materia, that, small short clip of music, you would hear it. Like, that would be it. The item shop, or Sid's shop, or Sid's air fort, those are very iconic pieces.
I like the slums.
Yeah, the
slow
slums,
jazz beat.
The
dude.
Chocobo riding
Chocobo
music.
race, yeah, exactly.
Man, on the Final Fantasy VII remake, the Chocobo songs.
Oh, dude, it's a banger. It's a fucking banger, dude.
I actually had another moment of disappointment in February. So, you've heard me talk about Sword Art Online. You're not a big fan.
Sure.
I love Sword Art Online. I just watched through the first 3 seasons. I'd seen season 1 many times, a bunch. It's one of my favorite animes. That's season 1 of Sword Art Online is so good. Well, recently Netflix released season 4 of Sword Art Online.
All right.
Like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. Well, Myles kind of gave me a peek into it when he divulged that Kirito was in a wheelchair. Like, all right, well, I can deal with that. He's in a wheelchair. We'll figure it the fuck out. I'm about halfway through season 4.
Spoilers for Sword Art Online season 4.
Yeah, and he's a goddamn vegetable. Like, he's
Fucking like Stephen Hawking vegetable?
No, not even that.
Like comatose vegetable.
Oh, shit.
But there's story behind it.
Yeah, like, dude had his heart and soul burned out. The dude, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Now, see, if you want to go into that, like, I mean, one of the biggest moments of heartbreak for me is the original Full Metal Alchemist Mace Hughes. Like,
that's not the one I was going for. But
no.
That one was rough.
Mace Hughes, and like specifically like at the funeral, like seeing Roy Mustang, his best friend, standing there like crying over it, like that. When he says it's a terrible day for rain and it's a beautiful sunny day, and it just pans over to him and he's just crying, bro. You talk about a powerful scene. And like, oh, I'm sure I know what scene you're thinking of, but
Oh yeah, there's only. I could get so much hate for this too.
yeah,
But the whole Nina
yeah,
getting turned into a chimera thing. Once he
I
figured
cried.
out what had happened, and he starts grabbing him up, and he's like, what'd you do? I'm like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. It was hard. It was gut wrenching.
Yeah.
oh, the fucked up thing is it took me a minute to figure out what happened because he's talking and starts talking. I'm like, wait a minute. Then he's like, where's Nina?
And all of a sudden it
Alexander,
starts
and then
clicking
I'm like,
to you.
oh my god.
You monster! Yeah, exactly right. That is one of my favorite things for people to see, and I'm with them because I want this is gonna sound horrible of me, but I want to watch the happiness fade from their eyes as they're watching it. Dude, I will never forget sitting out in the living room here with Autumn and Michaela, and they're both watching it. I'm sitting directly in between them, and I'm just
waiting.
happier than a pig in shit. And as the scene continues, they both just like rest their heads on my shoulders. I look at each one of them; they're both crying. I was like, "This is what I live for."
Brotherhood is one of those animes I'll go and rewatch from time to time. I skip that episode. I will not watch those.
There's
two.
a lot of people who do.
I can't handle it. My fragile psyche and emotions can't handle it.
Sure.
I don't know. It's easier to skip over in Brotherhood because it's only that one episode.
Yeah.
And the older
series,
it was like a whole.
it's 4 episodes long.
Well, I'll tell you
From
what.
the time you meet Nina to the time like Scar is done, it's a 4-episode thing.
It only took one episode for that little girl to grab my heart.
Sure.
I'm telling you now, I couldn't handle 4 episodes of it.
Well, see, that's what, and like this has always been my biggest argument about the difference between Full Metal Original 03 and then Brotherhood. Like for me, I don't feel the gravity of the situation is as portrayed as well. I feel like if Brotherhood would have taken the first 25 episodes of the original Full Metal Alchemist but after literally the death of Mace Hughes, tacked on everything from the fucking original series, Brotherhood, it'd have been the perfect anime. But I got to see 2 different endings to one of my favorite stories, and I enjoyed both endings.
Oh yeah, I mean I enjoyed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things like having watched the 03 version first.
Sure.
They glossed over so many things in my opinion that like some of that shit really matters. Because it establishes like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You got people being soul bonded to armor against their will.
Yep.
War criminals being saved for future dates.
All kinds of crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Another one I could think of have you guys seen A Silent Voice yet? The anime movie?
No.
Dude, it is a sad movie. It'll make you fucking cry.
I do that on my own.
Crying to cartoons. That's what we do here as adults at the end radio.
I'm telling you, go home. It is a phenomenal movie. And the ending, like, it'll make you cry, like, sad, and then immediately redeem it with good cry. But I highly recommend it for both of you.
A silent
Voice.
Silent voice. All right.
Silent Voice.
Where can we find it?
Netflix. It's on
All right.
Netflix. It's it is a great movie. Don't read the description. Just fucking hit play and go to town.
All right.
I don't think I do. I don't want to be sad.
No, I'm telling
sad.
No, I'm telling you, Miles. I'm telling
Look,
you.
we just need to feel something, okay?
No, it's.
Especially on this day.
I have
Sadness ain't
watched,
it.
dude. I'm telling you, like I've watched this movie like 4 fucking times, and that's like because I enjoyed the story so much and how it like progresses the characters and everything like that. And the ending to me is something that like you guys know my like saddest of stories, and like it hits really fucking close to home, and it's what it should have been and what should have happened. And it's one of the most beautiful endings I've ever seen in my life.
I'll check it out. And with that being said, I think that's all we got for today.
Sure.
So,
In the meantime,
Into betweens time.
always remember, friends don't live fat, friends go skiing.
So fuck.
Cue the music. We out.